The moment I hand her the flowers is the beginning of the end for me. The world derails me. My life slips from my very own hands. I'm confused by what happens next. I want nothing for myself and everything for the rest of the world. She glances disapprovingly at my dirty jeans. There is no place for tube-stained jeans in Chelsea. She is clearly disturbed. How are you feeling, Mantha? Fine, I answer, except for this nagging cough. She settles me in before she pops out for a minute. I'm to stay put, she insists. I can't sit still, the speed of regular thought long abandoned. I need to write again. I find paper and a pen and sink into the sensuous couch. It's 5:15 p.m. Words gush out. My hand flies furiously across the page. I ache. I'm swallowed. Music penetrates my psyche. Rain drums outside. I'm drowning through the window panes. Thoughts and images flood my mind. Chopin, Picasso, Verlaine. Words in incomprehensible French fly through my head. Bees circle and scream in my ears. I tumble into Dali's dreamscapes. Sensory overload. The walls and sounds around me are animated. Kirchner's Blaureiter, black, red, scarlet, sharp edges, hurting me on purpose, harm, intention, predetermined violence, African national criminal, simplicity and minimalism. Use your head to be or not to be. Silk-spun cocoon couch envelops me. I dive into the cushioned funereal coffin couch. Euphoric, dysphoric chaos. I'm swept away down a maddening river, engorged with danger. I scream for help. A child in a burning house, at once overwhelmed with excitement by the flames, yet sensing that death could be right there with me. A key turns. Penelope is back. She insists we see a doctor immediately. Who am I to argue? I'm intrigued by everything and everyone anyhow. This could prove to be another interesting piece of my deconstructing puzzle. I should have known, though, that something was amiss. She is usually aloof, not one to jump into a car and go whizzing me around London. Her doctor is in Knightsbridge, opposite Harrods. I feel distinctly uncomfortable. The office is corduroy dark, the receptionist abrupt. I sit on a trendy 1970s chair and nearly fall out the open back. When the doctor calls me in, I enter with trepidation. He's a proper English GP, dry and unfriendly. There's no rapport between us. His environment tells me who he is. It tells me we're different. There's a stuffed trout mounted over a fireplace, and I want to set it free, breathe life into it. Thousands of leather-bound books in shelves that reach the stuffy roof. I expect to see a ladder. He swivels around in his burgundy chair to face me, his Mont Blanc pen tapping the desk. His garb is exactly as a GP in SW1 would wear. He is extremely quick to announce that I need to see a specialist and to take £50 from me. A little too quick, perhaps, but what do I know? I still trust people. The city peters out. England is so quaint that I feel as though I'm in an episode of Postman Pat. I'm driven down a winding gravel road in Roehampton and suddenly enveloped in a garden of splendour. Disobedient cerise rhododendrons tumble onto the manicured lawns. Before me a white cloister of spires. Welcome to the Priory, London's oldest, private, and finest psychiatric hospital, a place frequented by Kate Moss and Sinead O'Connor. Rambling roses glitter brightly despite the sorry English sky. I am in awe. Have I arrived in heaven? My fate is determined in an hour's consultation with a woman I do not know. Her name is Dr. Spears, a sharp name, another forgettable English doctor, dressed conservatively in a white cotton shirt and black skirt falling below her knees. She is weirdly calm, too calm for me, that's for sure. A barrier desk divides us. a light yet somber office buried in a rectory of a building devoid of spirit. I'm clearly not in heaven. She's no St. Peter. Her voice is placid, like that of an automaton. To me, she's contrived. It begins, the litany of questions. I tell her how happy I am. Fatally, I mention how everything's connected in life. I tell her how I've met such interesting people and found film as my path. I tell her too much about my reduced need for sleep and my exuberance for the world. I share how I am connecting all the dots. She stops me in my tracks and pulls the first psychiatric blanket over my head. She asks me if I think it is healthy not to sleep for such long spells. I guess not, I reply. She asks me if I would like to spend some time in a resting home to catch up on sleep, she explains. Perhaps, I nod, but on one condition: no medication, no sleeping pills. She quickly agrees. I'm sent out. Penelope is called in. Why? I'm anxious now. My heart beats hard. Confusion takes over. The moment I hand her the flowers is the beginning of the end for me. The world derails me. My life